Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I did my last video, but things get busy, and plus I wasn't exactly sure on what I wanted to do next. I didn't just want to keep doing, different versions of the same thing, so I was trying to think of something new I could do. And so I thought that it'd be a good time to give my explanation as to why I have my bug out bag. And I know a lot of different people have a lot of different reasons, and a lot of them are the same. But I think it's a good idea to have understanding as to why people do it. And, you can learn a little bit from the philosophy behind it, as well as from what's in the bag itself. And so I guess I should state I come at it from a slightly different angle than most people. I don't have mine so much for the idea of political or socioeconomical collapse or things like that. Yes, sure, it would be good for that kind of a purpose. It would also be, just any time you have, not even actual disaster, but just sometime you run into some kind of problem where, let's say you even run out of power or something. Now you have a few supplies that you can do something with. I'm not as worried about that, but some people would be. Anyway, for me personally, I come at this from a completely different viewpoint than a lot of other people. I won't say I'm the only one, but I haven't seen many people coming at it from this angle. I am a Christian, and so I should just state, I guess, that some people might think this is odd, weird, religious, fanatic, whatever. Think what you want. It's not up to me to judge. But like I said before, I am a Christian, and so I look at this as more to preparing for what is stated in the Bible through prophecies to come in the end. I won't say that it's going to be on a specific date. No, because I don't believe it can be predicted. But I have seen the way things are going in the world, and if it all keeps playing out, I could expect within my lifetime at some point. Hopefully I'm wrong, but if I'm not, and it does come down to the events of the Book of Revelation occurring within my lifetime, which that includes a time when Christians will become persecuted, and there will be no way for them to exist safely in everyday society because of that persecution. So to that extent, I have created this bag as a way to, when that time comes, be able to survive, which will involve at some point having a specific location set up into which me and those of like mind can retreat to, not to hide away, but to have a place of safety. You could call it a sanctuary, I suppose, where from which we can live and but also be of aid to others. And so that's really basic philosophy about my bag. Like I said, you can think whatever you want. You could think, this guy is a bit insane, whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. The basic fact of it is that I choose to be prepared for whatever happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be for these specific events. It could be natural disaster. I do live on a little island. Things can happen. There are times we are connected by a boat and a bridge. Sometimes they're both shut down, which means you start running out of supplies because of storms. It's easy enough in Canada, you get a winter storm, it'll shut you down. We do get hurricanes, things like that. It's not, not so much being paranoid as being ready for whatever could happen. So, that being said, I think it's important that, no matter what your mindset is, just to be ready for things. I mean, it's common sense, but unfortunately common sense isn't common, which is a sad trait of modern society. So, now, I've done a little bit of thinking with my mindset of things, and I've been thinking lately that if I'm going to be willingly bugging out or leaving, that sure, I'm going to want to take as much with me as I can to make things more comfortable. The only problem with that is that, in my mindset, for one, I want to blend in. So I had in my bag originally a set of my camos. I've gotten rid of those. Maybe at some point those will get added back in, but for now, with this thinking, they're gone. I do at some point intend to have a permanent location set up, which at that point they might be moved there and ready. However, for actually bugging out, I'll be more likely to be going on foot or in a car, and you want to blend in, depending on where I am and what my circumstances are. You never know when it'll happen that you need to go. And also for that reason, I have found that my bag really is too big to carry around on a daily basis, which, to me, that's the important thing. I don't have a car right now, and so for it to be sitting in my room, half a city away, if I'm out doing something, isn't exactly doing me a whole lot of good. And so I have come to the conclusion that I need to extremely majorly cut down on what I carry. And I've gone through it a couple times trying to think, okay, I need to get rid of stuff. But I always end up going, well, no, I need to hang on to that. But I wonder how much of that is out of, this is a comfort item rather than necessity. And so my goal over the next year in particular is to really cut it down to a workable, everyday, carryable system that still includes all the things that I need. And that'll take some investment in time and money in investing in those better tools or equipment or whatever to make it possible to do so. So yeah, that's my thinking right now. Like, of all the things that I carry with me, my pack is probably sitting somewhere around, I don't know, I'd say 30 pounds, which isn't a lot, no. But the bag itself is large, and it's not something that you can easily carry around on a day-to-day basis without standing out a little. I would eventually like to have it so I have more of a system rather than a specific bag, where I can have, a pocket kit. And I usually wear cargo pants just because they're useful, so a pocket kit to go in that pocket, and then some kind of, a smaller backpack with the larger items in it that I don't need on a daily basis, or not quite so often, whereas that pocket kit would have your more daily use things. And plus whatever I would carry on my person as a regular EDC, which, depending on the day, has basic tools. I mean, the bag I have, it's it's a decent bag and a whole lot of gear, and I could at some point have it loaded and stashed somewhere. But just to me, in this mindset, I want to have something that I can conveniently carry with me, use, transport, without a whole lot of fuss or a whole lot of standing out too much. Because I mean, in reality, you don't often see, and if you're in the summer maybe, you don't often see people walking around with a full hiking pack on. I mean, in the summer we do get some people coming through, but still, you notice when they're there because it's not a common everyday occurrence. So if you're down to, a small backpack and maybe, cargo pants or something, you're more likely to blend in with that. And also, it's my goal to get some, change out my wardrobe a little so that the clothes I have aren't tactical, but they're well suited to wilderness use, just for lack of a better term. Those high quality clothes that will blend in both nature and society. So it's not camo and tactical, but it's subdued, natural colors and things like that. And that's my goal. Again, like I said, it's going to take some time, some money, some effort, and some investment. But that's my thinking so far. So, yeah, I don't want to go on too long with this, but if anyone has any ideas or thoughts as to what I can do, or just any comments, whatever, send me a comment, send me a message. I'm open to whatever your thoughts may be.